Welcome ladies and gentlemen, bit of a different video for you today. We will be discussing crystals. These beautiful things. Crystals. Now, some of you may be wondering, what's all this crystal nonsense? You may have picked one up in a shop, you may have heard celebrities, friends, family, they're quite popular now, a lot of people talking about them. You don't quite get it, or you don't quite understand, what the big thing is. You can't feel anything, you're putting it in your hand, you're holding it, you're thinking, well, what's this all about? I don't get any vibrations, I'm not getting what other people are so-called claiming. I am going to share with you today some of my personal crystals that I have got for myself and what it was that it took for me to be able to feel the vibration that we get from crystals. Now, as you all know, we are all energy, we all vibrate on a different signal. Crystals also vibrate on their own signal, so depending on the crystal, where its location has come from, you will get a different pulse. Now, there is also belief that the crystals do choose the owner, so what you will find is you may go into a shop, a crystal event, seminar, whatever it may be, and you will be automatically drawn to a crystal. Could well be just by the look, you might like the look of something, or you may pull it in your hand and you feel a massive vibrating pulse from it. That is a sign that the crystal is choosing you and it wants to do a little bit of work with you. Now, I'm not going to go through all of the different crystals today one by one in terms of benefits, what each one can do. If you do like something like that, then just please comment down below and we can do that on one of the next videos. Today is just more to explain to you how do we unlock our crystal vibrational energy, and certainly what it was for me in my experience. I've been now using crystals for around 6 months, something like that, and what it was I found for me was most people start off with the common ones. So we've got things like, this is a piece of rose quartz, right? This is a rose quartz dragon egg. So you'll see on the one side it is very smooth. Let me see if I can bring that a little bit closer for you. You will see that is a rose quartz dragon egg, which is the crystal of love. Now, a lot of people start off with crystals like this, or the other one that I showed you before. This is a piece of selenite. Now, selenite is very good with connecting you to your angels. Again, these are all crystals that a lot of people say to start off with. They all have their own use and they are very good. But from the experience that I found, because some of these generally vibrate on a lower frequency, I certainly found for me to be able to feel any vibration, whether it's in your left hand. So what you generally do when you're feeling for crystal energy is you're looking for, to put it in your receiving hand. Your receiving hand is the opposite to your writing hand. So for me, I am right-handed, so I will hold a crystal generally in my left hand, which is the receiving hand. That is what you will do to detect the vibration of a crystal. This may be in a shop, as I said, an event, could be off a friend, a family, a gift, whatever it may be. But what I found was I needed to find something a little bit more intense, a little bit more powerful. So there are what's called high vibrational crystals. These are generally, not always the case, but generally a little bit more rarer. There's different ones you can obtain from reputable sources online. There's different people again that sell these from different mines, different wholesales around the world. Again, different different shops. You've probably got some in your local shops near you, wherever you may live. Now, the very first crystal that it was, which is very popular, they are in a very rarish sort of supply. They're starting to become a bit more difficult to find some legit ones now. And the one that unlocked it for me is this little baby. This is called Moldavite. Now, you may have heard of Moldavite, you may not. This is a roughly 15 grams in total, if you can see that, which is quite a good piece for Moldavite. Generally, you'll find you can get these around 1-2 grams. These are quite pricey for a little crystal of this size. For that sort of size, you're talking around 200 Great British pounds, or that's what, $270, $280, depending on which part of the world you live in. Now, what you will find with Moldavite is technically not a crystal. Moldavite is actually a Tektite, which landed in planet Earth around 15 million years ago in Czech Republic. It was an asteroid that hit and connected with the Earth, and from the heat that it causes when it impacts, this is the beautiful little piece of glass that is formed. Now, some people report extraterrestrial visions and things when they're meditating with these crystals. Personally, I've never had that myself, but what I can tell you is its vibration is one hell of a kind, and you will certainly feel it. There's not many people I've known that hasn't had a real genuine piece of Moldavite, especially in this sort of size, but generally with Moldavite the size shouldn't make a difference, that hasn't felt its capabilities. Now, the side effects, what you will feel the very first time you hold something like this is you will get severe headaches. The thing is, don't panic. A lot of people will panic. They get headaches. What is this? They get rid of it. Do not worry. If you're getting headaches, that is good. That is the crystal, the Tektite, changing the magnetic pulses in your brain frequency to adapt to what it is you're thinking about or whatever it is you're desiring. As Moldavite, let me put that back. Moldavite is a very good transformational crystal. So what it does, whatever your desires, whatever your goals, whatever you want to manifest, it will help you get there quicker. It is a transformational crystal. It will transform you. Could be your character, could be your career, it could be absolutely anything, but you will feel its power. Like I said, you will get headaches, probably the #1 side effect. You may even feel a little bit of sick. This is what I certainly got for the first week or two. You'll get really hot heads, hot flushes. There's many side effects you can get from Moldavite. It is also very good for dreams. You get lucid dreams, and it's very good to place on the third eye when you're doing your meditation. So Moldavite was the very first crystal that I started off with, which was high vibration, that I actually felt. Up until then, couldn't feel anything. Just kept thinking, what is this, what's that, meditating with it, putting it all on my third eye, taking them out with me in my pocket to the shop or wherever you're going, wasn't getting anything. As soon as I started with Moldavite, voila, that was the start of it. Then all of my power was unlocked. Now I can even feel the more weaker crystals like your rose quartz, the ones that generally don't have a higher vibration. Like I said, they still have a very good purpose to use, but they don't vibrate on the same frequency as something like a Moldavite. So then what did I do after that? I went on to some other very high vibrational ones. And a good one, which I will show you now, is called a Herkimer Diamond. This is not actually a real diamond, what we perceive as a diamond, but personally these little babies are actually far better than a real diamond. These are grown in one place in New York, the Herkimer County in New York. That is where they are grown. They generally come clear in colour. You can get some very good pieces of it which do actually come in a full diamond shape. This one's a little bit of a broken one, but it's still very good to keep in your pocket. Herkimer Diamond also vibrates on a very high frequency, and paired together with Moldavite they give off one hell of a pulse. So after so long, you'll find after about a month of working with Moldavite, you will stop getting that feeling that I've just experienced. So what do you do to take this to the next level? The next thing you can do is pair it with something like a Herkimer Diamond, which will certainly re-unlock that vibrational connection with your crystals. Then the next one that I sort of moved on to, this is a little bit more of, again, a higher budget one, a little bit like Moldavite. They are a little bit more pricey. This is called Phenakite. This little baby, let me come closer if you can see that. That little beauty there is from Russia. If you can see that, you can get this from about 5 different places. Burma, you can get this from Madagascar, Russia, as I said. I think there is 1 or 2 more locations as well. The Burmese Phenakite is the most expensive, but if budget is no option, I highly recommend a Phenakite. For that little piece there, you're talking about £80, something like that in British. $100, something like that, for a little small piece like that. Like I said, if you wanted 15-20 gram piece of that, you're probably talking a good $300-400. So they are a little bit expensive if you want a nice piece, especially if you want a translucent piece from Burma. I think they are the only ones that do come in translucent. The Russian one, as you've seen there, generally has little pieces of mica, which is another crystal form stuck inside it. Still very good, still gets the same benefit, but it's for if for a collector or someone that likes a good looking piece, they generally are like I said, the Burmese ones are the better, more rarer ones that you will pay more money for. But I highly recommend a Phenakite if that is what you so desire. They are very good. Also, just a quick one, Phenakite is very good for goals. So whatever your goals are, Phenakite will help you focus on them and achieve them far quicker. The next one, which is very similar, is called Petalite. This is a beautiful little piece of Petalite, if you can see that. Now, Petalite also very good at connecting with your angelic spirits. This is also a very high vibrational crystal. Like I said, I won't go too much onto the power of each crystal. I will do these all in a separate video. For now, I'm just going to show you my collection and certainly the high vibrational ones I moved to first, which gave me this connection. Tanzanite, another one. Another fairly rare piece, especially if you want it again in a translucent, but these sort of pieces are reasonably common in the dark blue. That is a nice piece of Tanzanite right there. Again, high vibrational, very good for your throat chakra. What else did I move on to then? This little baby, this was also one of the first high vibrations, which is the best for the budget. This is called Apophyllite. I absolutely love Apophyllite. I have a huge piece of it in my living room. This little Apophyllite there, if you can see that in its crystal form. This does grow in like little pyramids, not like clear quartz, which is generally in huge points. This generally grows in pyramids. So this little piece of Apophyllite here, very good. I still find now, of all of the other ones I've got, this and Moldavite, possibly the highest. Well, saying that, I've got so many now, it's hard to say which is the highest vibration. Moldavite, like I said, was the first. But I'll still say for pounds, this is the best one to go and buy. A little piece like that, you can get that for something like £10, $10. So not expensive at all. You can get some very good pieces of Apophyllite at a very good bargain. Quite easily obtained as well from your local stores. So highly recommend get a piece of Apophyllite. Next on my list, this is a little bit of a rarer one. This is called Cryolite. Cryolite. This little baby, you do have to be careful with as it is slightly toxic. This is actually a chemical which they use to spray on your crops. Believe it or not, this is sprayed on your crops called Cryolite. This is very good at connecting your heart to your head chakras. Very good for meditation. Again, very high vibration. You will get headaches from this sort of stuff. It is another very high vibration. Certainly worth a try. Now, last but not least, again, another little rare piece that you can get online. This is one little beauty called Zincite. Can you see that? You can get this in different colours. And again, technically, this is not a crystal. This was actually man-made from the smelters over in Poland. This is from Poland, and it was formed from the smelters, which ended up leaking. I can't remember what it was, back in the 1900s at some time. It ended up leaking as the air hit the gases. This is what was formed from it. It is a bit like a glass, so it feels a little bit like the texture to a Moldavite, but this has a very high vibration also. But it works in a slightly different way, which is why I recommend always trying to work with a Zincite. Moldavite, you will feel the pulse, you will feel the vibration, you get the headaches. This, you do not get it. Zincite is also a high transformational crystal, but it pumps you with so much energy. The first time you feel it, you'll feel your body just pump with energy. You'll feel so brilliant. And yeah, but it doesn't work in the same way. You don't get the pulses, like I said, that you would get with the vibrations with something like a Moldavite or a Phenakite, but you will certainly get one hell of a feeling, and I highly recommend carry a piece of this. It's one of my little favourite babies, as this does give you a good happy feeling as well. So highly recommend get some Zincite. So in terms of high vibration, I would say that is it really in terms of what I have certainly purchased that's got a high vibration. There are loads of high vibrational crystals that you can buy out there to unlock this, but what I'm trying to get the point at here is how it unlocks for me. Like I said, the smaller, more common, slightly not higher vibrational crystals that are out there, I wasn't getting that feeling that people were reporting. I was going to shops, feeling them, getting nothing, thinking what's going on? Is it me? Am I doing something wrong? No, you're not. For me, like I said, those, once you've felt them, woof, you will get the vibration, you will feel your crystals, you will understand the magic that these come from under the bottom of the earth, depending on where they've come from, or from another planet if it's an asteroid. But I highly recommend getting one of these crystals to start you off on your work with working with crystals and your chakras. I've just realised there is one more that I missed off. This is called Black Tektite. Again, this is also from another planet. This is another little piece of an asteroid. I don't know if you can see the little bubbles that are on there, but that is a very good piece for absorbing any negativity. Carry this around with you when you're around anyone with negativity. Very good piece. Then I'm going to just show you a quick brief of some of my other more common, well, what I call common anyway, pieces of crystals I have in my collection. I do have, these are clear quartz. These are clear quartz points. If you can see them, they are very good healer crystals. Clear quartz, you can program them for whatever you want them to do. So these clear quartz, also very good strong vibration, not as good as the other ones I've just mentioned, but still one of the more popular, but still very good crystals. That is it in a little piece. You can get these little clusters again, carry around in your handbag, carry them around in your pocket, your jacket, whatever. You can get some nice little pieces like that, which will also help you along the way. Selanite, I just showed you that one. Again, selenite, beautiful connection with your angels. Again, selenite Even though it doesn't have a very high vibration, it does give you one nice feeling that just cleanses you of all negative energy. You just hold this when you've had a bad day or someone's irritated you, and you instantly feel relaxed. So lovely selenite, get a piece of that. Then I do have these, are a little bit more rarer. Some people may not have seen these, but I will show you my Kundalini Citrine. Now, citrine is a business crystal. This is for success and abundance. I'll show you first, actually. This is probably the more likely piece that you have seen. This is called what I call man-made citrine. This citrine is amethyst heated. They put it through a burner, which is the natural way it does grow in the Earth's atmosphere, but yet they just like to put it in a heater and convert amethyst into citrine. As you can see, still a beautiful piece, still got used to it, but not my personal cup of tea. I prefer the natural version, which are these little babies. This is Kundalini Citrine. This is Kundalini Smoky Citrine. As you can see, slightly darker in colour. These little beauty clusters are how citrine naturally grows. There's only one location they come from, and that is the Congo. You can get these again from reputable online sources. These sort of pieces are around 40–50 pounds, I think they were. But these highly recommend, very good for abundance, very good for success. They are also good for your solar chakra. Yeah, I just love Kundalini Citrine. It's a shame you can't get them in very big pieces. I've never come across one myself. What shall I show you next? More common, you've probably seen a lot of this. This is Tourmaline, black Tourmaline. Again, very good for blocking negativity. This one here, this is red calcite. Red calcite, or also known as dragon's blood calcite. Very good for eliminating stress, and it fills you with lots of energy. What have we got next? We have tiger's eye. This is in an egg. Tiger's eye egg. Very good for protection. Very good for also blocking negativity and giving you courage and confidence. Also have one here on my wrist in a bracelet. Beautiful tiger's eye. And then a gorgeous piece of malachite. Malachite, if you can see that. Where are we? Where's the lens? Can you see that malachite? Beautiful green colours like the rainforest. Can you see that? You get closer. Malachite, all those swirls. Malachite, great transformational crystal again. And also, malachite is good for blocking radiation, so it's good to keep near your laptop, anywhere electrical, by a TV, anything that blocks radiation. Next, we have carnelian. This is carnelian, again in an egg form, mixed with a little bit of clear quartz. This one, carnelian, is very great for public speaking and good for pumping you with energy again. I do also have this on a bracelet. This is the matching one. Carry that in a bracelet as well. Septarian. Septarian, this is a bit of a mix of crystals. This has got yellow calcite inside, also with mud, and I think the last one is called aragonite. Very, very good for public speaking, this one, and gratitude. This is what I personally use as my gratitude rock. If I'm ever grateful for anything, I'll hold this, say it out loud, use my affirmations, and that's what I do. Very good. We also have a lovely egg of Amazonite. Amazonite is very good for luck. This is very good for luck. And what else is this good for? Oh yeah, following your intuition, your gut feeling, as some people call it. Get yourself a piece of Amazonite. Very good for following your gut feeling. It will just make you go down that path so that you don't make, hopefully, too many mistakes along the way. This little one here, another slightly rare piece. You can see that. That is called Shattuckite. Shattuckite, like a blue. It's got, what else have we got in there? Blue, bit of brown, bit of a multicolour. Can you see that? Shattuckite. Anyway, like I said, I will do separate videos to give an explanation of all of them in detail, where they've come from, the origins, etc. But that is very good for your throat chakra, very good for tonsillitis and throat infections. If you have any tonsillitis, any throat infections, whoa, get a piece of Shattuckite. Beautiful. What else have I got? Don't forget Pyrite. Has anyone seen Pyrite, or AKA Fool's Gold? Some people know this is Fool's Gold. As you can see, it does look a little bit gold. This is very good for money, abundance, prosperity, riches. This is the one I use when I want to attract a particular event into my life that involves money. Pyrite, very good for that, aka fool's gold. What else have I got here? I think that is about it. I do have more downstairs, larger pieces, but yeah, I've picked them all up now. Yes, that is it. Up here, I've gone through. I do, like I said, I do contain larger pieces downstairs, but I don't want to. I'll do that on separate videos. I can go through different crystals, explaining their properties, etc. But I was just giving you a good insight then as to what's available on the market, what you can use, what I personally use in my collection. Now, if you don't understand your chakras and how they work, if you want, please comment down below. I will do a separate video explaining how to use each of your chakras, but you have your 7 chakras in total, in which each crystal, which generally operates via a color code to activate that chakra. I personally focus more on my third eye, as it gives me great vision, which I can use, which I've done on my last video. Visualization, which is another great way of manifesting whatever you so desire. So I like to always use my third eye. It allows me to focus. I generally use this lying down doing meditating. Some people like to sit up and you can just hold them in your hands, which is another very good way. I do try and do a bit of both, but I like to lie down and focus and put all of my crystals on me while I am thinking. So I hope that's given you a good insight into how I certainly find unlocking your crystal power. Maybe try some high vibration. Don't think it's a load of nonsense and give up with it. And what's this? People are talking magic riddles and it doesn't make any sense. What's all this crystal nonsense? I don't get it. I am telling you, crystals work. They have a vibration. I can feel them, I can sense them, I can work. Now, some people say they do this and they do that, which you find in a lot of these books. Whether they certainly help in those things is another thing to test. I don't know 100% for sure, because like I said, I've only been using these now for about 6 months or so. But I can certainly tell you in the short time that I have been working with them, I've certainly noticed the vibrations, and I noticed that they give off different frequencies and different feelings from each crystal. So all I can say is continue to work with your crystals. Do not give up with them just yet. Keep working. Keep finding out what your crystal is. You will have one particular, or maybe 3 or 4 that you're really attracted to, that you love working with. Keep doing it. And yeah, and that's it. Please comment down below, like I said, on what crystal you'd like me to cover next. That's a great little video for today. Thank you all for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you.